I'm Oli Newbury, and I've recently just joined Panaseer's board as a non-exec director. It was the problem they're solving that really resonated for me as a CISO. I think having an overall view of your security posture, something that gives you that kind of bird's eye view of how you're managing your risk, and then the way it kind of devolves down to the more detailed view. But for a CISO, that's a core part of the job. Having a kind of robust metrics, measurement, governance platform that you can really rely on is actually the core of what the role really revolves around, and that's what drew me to Panaseer. It's kind of the idea that you've missed something, that you're looking at a window on the problem and it's giving you a certain view back, but actually that window is missing where the real problem is. That's a constant kind of anxiety. Yes, my metrics are green, but do they really incorporate a holistic view of everything? Is there some kind of Achilles heel that's being kind of left? That's certainly a stress point. One of the interesting dichotomies to the CISO role is that you've got absolute accountability for the security of your organization, but you only actually manage a small portion of the technology and business process that make up your organization. So it's absolute accountability, but with quite small responsibility. And so the challenge for a CISO is, how do you build a coalition of the willing around the importance of cyber risk management throughout the organization? How do you hold others to account for doing their bit? How do you make sure it's a top organizational priority? Because without that, you will ultimately fail. You can't affect it directly enough to make a significant difference in a large organization. You've got to bring the organization with you. Focus on an approach that is holistic, that works across all the different domains of cybersecurity. I think there's kind of good things in silos, but really to properly put in place a continuous controls monitoring, it needs to be holistic. I think focus on a platform where you feel like you can rely on the data, or a partner who can enable you to kind of get accuracy, because the last thing you want is to think you're monitoring your controls and actually you'd be getting a misrepresentation of what's really going on. So a holistic approach, and one that's focused on kind of accuracy and rigor, I think they're the keys for me.